David Bay here for MuscularDevelopment.com. We are in Pittsburgh for the 2015 IFBB North Americans, just wrapping things up from our over 40 class, and I am standing here with your overall winner, your light heavyweight, and your overall winner, and a new IFBB pro, Corey Henderson. Corey, we saw you here not too long ago at Masters Nationals. You came this close to getting a pro card. You had to go all the way back to Hawaii without the card, man. How does it feel coming back to Pittsburgh, same place you were not too long ago, and getting that pro card you've been looking for?
Oh, well, I mean, it feels great. I mean, just a lot of hard work, and you know, it's just been a dream of mine. But I served in the military, so I really couldn't compete. You know, so it took me some time. I kept chipping away at it, and you know, it finally came. You know, it's just perseverance and just hard work, man. You know.
All right. Now, you and I talked after North Americans, or excuse me, rather, Masters Nationals, and you know you were a little upset. Everybody handles their wins a little bit differently. You came in with some big expectations. You looked really good, and it was a very close decision with you not getting your pro card. I mean, you're coming a long way. I mean, so was it a real big decision for you to come all the way back to Pittsburgh, or was it something where it was like, hey, you know what, I'm going to head back to North Americans and gun again for that pro card?
Well, you know, I just don't like to quit. You know, and I like to win. I love to win, but I ensure that I prepare myself to win. And the only way to do that is just train as hard, and it falls where it falls. But it was a hard decision to come back because when I got home, I had to reset mentally. You know, because once you go home, and you know, we're in Hawaii. You know, it's just a lot, emotionally, physically, and financially to take. But I sat down with my wife. We talked about it, and you know, when you come in second at your first national show, it's kind of hard not to come back.
Yeah, right.
You know, and not saying that you're being favored, but when they tell you you have 2 or 3 minor things to work on, you know, you get busy, you fix it, and, you know, hopefully things fall your way.
Now, when we talk about things that you had to work on, obviously the judges really liked your look at Masters Nationals. Interesting time frame. You had, what was it, probably 6 or 7 weeks between Masters Nationals and now. You came in noticeably bigger, fuller, and leaner, and that's hard to do. And guys, we talk all the time on muscular development. Everybody wants to say, well, you know, I'm going to come in bigger at the next show, but going to be leaner at the same time. It doesn't always play out that way. You know, when you just common sense says if you're going to be leaner, you're not going to be heavier. You managed to do that here. Talk to us a little bit about your last 6 or 7 weeks of training after the Masters Nationals that allowed you to come in and make notable improvements here.
Well, my back needed to be more shallow. You know, my back holds a lot of water. I mean, you know, people hold water in different places when they're dieting. And, you know, my glutes, my lower back, and my mid back was my problem. So I had 6 weeks. It was about a good time, you know, either to fix it or not fix it, because you can either go down or come up. Because it's like half a prep for some people. So what I did, you know, I did a lot of touch-ups, a lot of half deadlifts, a lot of pull-downs. Don Long had me, you know, my coach, Don had me do a lot of touch-ups. And I was thinking, well, am I going to overtrain because I'm dieting? Right. But I'm eating a lot of food. I'm getting rest. I'm not overtraining. My back came up. My glutes got harder. And here we stand.
Whatever the plan was, it played out absolutely perfect as the results speak for themselves, walking away with a pro card. Actually walking away with 2 pro cards, I know, right? We should note. He did get his pro card in the over 35 and then the overall in the over 40. Now, guys, I'm not going to get too much into how that's all going to play out. There's some things that need to be worked out with who gets some of those other pro cards and things like that yet, but that's not going to be worked out till later. But that doesn't affect you because you already got yours. So, you know, moving forward into into your pro career, I've talked about this a couple of times already with some of the winners, and you know I'm going to kind of re-say on this video what I've said, or restate rather. You know, one of the things we talk about so much in bodybuilding is when you know pro qualifiers are meant to pick the guys who are ready to be competitive as pros. And we saw that a lot in the 80s. We saw that a lot in the 90s. And in the mid and the late 2000s, somewhere along the line, it got to this thing where I'm going to get my pro card and I'm going to take 2 or 3 years off, and then I'm going to come back. And there were some frustrations, you know, not only among the organization, among the fans, among promoters, like, you know, why aren't these guys competing? The general consensus today with our light heavyweight overall winner, Mitch Stats, he's ready for 212. Even Sean Harris, Russ Allen. You're another one of these guys where, you know, the buzz and everybody's talking after prejudging. Everybody sits around, oh, what did you think about this person, that person? You're one of these guys where everybody's like, man, Corey's ready for the IFBB. You know, there's a couple things on the calendar left for 2015, and then obviously a whole slew of 212 shows in 2016. I mean, are we going to see you back on an IFBB stage within the next year or so?
My goal is to do the 212 Olympia. I mean, I know those are big shoes to fill, but I feel like
so you can throw that out there if you want.
I mean, I work hard just as anyone else. I mean, it's not trying to be cocky. It's just we work hard. And we have aspirations, we have dreams, and the only way to get them is to work hard. So I think I really want to drive and, go into 2016, train about 8 months. I got a lot of weak areas I got to bring up and try to get on that 212 stage.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, man, if you follow along in the 212 division right now, you'll see that our 212 Olympia this year includes guys like Sean Clarita, who I'm sure people have told Sean he'd never be on Olympia stage. Alex Camarnero really brought it in Texas just a few weeks ago, got his Olympia qualification. I don't think people saw him, saw him being on the Olympia stage. So to say you want to be on the Olympia stage is a bold statement, but at the same time, you have all the tools. If you put in the work, it's something you can do. So
yeah, I think if you're going to do it, you want to do it with the best. I mean, you turn pro for a reason, and that's to compete with the best.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it here first. Corey's going to be gunning for that Olympia stage ASAP. All right, but for right now, we're going to let you enjoy your victory. So congratulations once again for myself and everybody at musculardevelopment.com. Guys, that's going to do it for us. So David Bay, Corey Henderson, your new IFBB pro from the 2015 IFBB North Americans for musculardevelopment.com.